Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another segment of Masterminds Monday. I am your host, one of your hosts, Felicia Tyrell Anu, and we are also here with our other host, Brother Damon Rawls.
Greetings.
Greetings. So again, just to let you know again, if you are just tuning in, this is Masterminds Monday. It's one of the shows that broadcasts on Enlightenment Transformation Radio Network, where we've previously been on, some shows are still on Blog Talk Radio, but we're making a transition to come off of that to Google Plus page in our YouTube videos. So again, this is a live show, and this will be happening, I believe, officially next month. I believe all the shows except for Chief Speaks will be on our Google Plus page, it's Enlightenment and Transformation. But again, just to start with a few announcements. Just give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I can start the slides. I'm still trying to, navigate everything properly. But yeah, just while you're waiting, I just wanted to also give you a heads up for, of course, our upcoming events. We have, of course, the next webinar coming up is the magic of essential oils. So that will be another excellent webinar, because the previous one before that was the spiritual gifts of herbs. So it's a 3-part series. This one is, I believe, in about a week. It's October 12th, 7 to 9 p.m. And you can register for the event on inunation.org/events. And there you'll see all of our other events coming up for the month, because there'll be a webinar every single month. So the following month in November, there'll be one on alchemy. So again, it's a 3-part series of spiritual gifts of herbs, oils, and then of course you have alchemy. So it's a fantastic learning experience. Definitely come out and register again. It's at inunation.org/events. Also, if just scroll through inunation.org, that is the parent hub for everything in the world of Anu. So there you'll also find information about our store, the Alpha Omega store. So there we have, it's basically your one-stop shop for all of your spiritual and self-development needs. So from books to learning materials to DVDs on demand to herbs to oils for your spiritual work and development, you can find everything there. So definitely go to alphaomegastore.com. You can also get access to that on inunation.org while you're scrolling through our events. And we are right now doing a special. So any order over $75 is free shipping for domestic orders. Okay, not international, but domestic orders only. So definitely check us out there, and contact us if there's something that you want sourced that you can't find, because we do specialize in trying to find hard to find products as well. So definitely check us out there. And then of course you can scroll through our readings. We have several readings that we offer. Again, I do the spiritual life path readings as well as spiritual wealth readings. And again, you can find those on inunation.org. Again, that's the one stop for the world of Anu. So you can find everything there and schedule your appointments there. And those are my announcements. So Brother Damon, before we start, while I'm trying to pick up the slides, did you have any announcements that you wanted to share before we start the topic?
Yeah, well, one of the things we got going on, and I've talked about it and I'll keep harping on it, but we've got the business breakthrough program going on. And so if people want to get more information about it, they can actually come over to the Damon Rawls Coaching and Consulting Facebook page. And so there we have a lot of information on it.
Greetings, everybody. Again, you are listening to Masterminds Monday on Lighten and Transformation Radio. Again, I apologize for the technical difficulty. I believe Brother Damon Rawls, okay, you're back.
Yes, I'm here. I'm back.
Okay, sorry about that. I know what happened. I think we both got kicked out. I'm sorry, but you were again, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to Masterminds Monday. And Brother Damon, you were sharing some announcements for your business that you have going on.
Yeah, and I was saying we've got the business breakthrough program going on, and if you want more information, you can come over to Facebook and look up Damon Rawls Coaching and Consulting, and you can find us there. But it's really, the program is designed for people who want to optimize their life and take what they're doing to the next level, whether it's their business or it's their personal life. What some of the things we do is we attack the self-sabotaging behaviors that hold people back, and we attack those things that keep them awake at night, but help them get to the next level. So definitely, it's a great program. People are having success, and go over to Facebook and reach out to me, and we can get people connected with that program. So.
Beautiful, beautiful. Excuse me. But tonight we wanted to discuss, switch the topic up a little bit, because we've been doing a bit of a series on the economic achievement within the African community. So now we're kind of shifting a little bit into like the seasonal themes, of course, as the seasons are changing. Excuse me. So tonight we wanted to discuss the fall cleaning for your finances. And I believe we did one we did one in the winter. I think we might have missed the spring cleaning, which is very key as well. But the fall is very cool because no one really discusses the fall cleaning. Now, in the financial world, we've now just stepped into the third quarter, literally 5 days ago. So everyone is down to like that finish line. So things are cooling off. People aren't really hiring that much at the end of the year. Sometimes they are, depending on the nature of the organization. But I thought the fall was a good time to also, take an additional moment to basically like review your business plans, your marketing plans, your financial goals, and of course to see if you are closely approaching your target, and or hopefully exceeding your target and your goals that you set for yourself, whether you have a business or not. Financially, if you just want to save for whatever, or invest your money for whatever purpose and goal that you have for yourself or your family, or if you actually have a natural business. Now, again, like I said, we always talk about spring cleaning because it's a great time, and that's when things are warming up. Ideas are fertile and ready to be planted, and blossom before the summer when things get nice and hot. But the fall, which we rarely talk about, it is the season where things are like leveling off. They're cooling down, they're cooling off, pretty much like the weather is now. It's pretty much cooling off. It kind of catches you off guard like it did me. Like I'm like cold. I'm wearing summer clothes. I'm trying to figure out like, why am I so cold? And it's like, oh, it's fall. Summer just kind of like transitions to fall overnight. But this is when you start to see like an average or a consistent amount, say, of like revenue coming in, as opposed to high peaks as in you would in the spring and the summer, when you got new clients coming in, new products that are being launched. But the fall, in my opinion, is an opportune time to identify any product offerings or any services that did not do so well, and either innovate them into something more maybe in demand or more viable, or something that you feel you can better serve your clients. Maybe if you may have overextended yourself with some service that you thought would be a great idea, or to totally just let it go, just completely just junk it if it's not working. Now, this is similar to the trees shedding their leaves. It's like in the fall. Excuse me. And this creates an opportunity for you to start planning for your coming year. Again, with new ideas and services to replace what you learned wasn't working. And this, of course, helps to keep things fresh and new for the coming year. And interestingly enough, trees that shed their leaves are called deciduous trees. And that means the dropping of a part that is no longer needed or falling away after its purpose is finished. Now, again, I always, have learned, of course, from Chief, just nature is one of your best teachers. And again, I do spiritual consultations using medicine cards. And they essentially are like they're learning the pathways to power through the teachings of animals and nature. And it's very, very powerful. So again, even in the West African Yoruba tradition, it's a nature-based system. And most indigenous systems are nature-based. So to me, what's key here is again to, sorry about that. Take a quick sip of water. Nature, again, I'm saying is like a key model of kind of what you should kind of model yourself, whether it's spiritually to how you have your daily routine. Like you should basically look to nature for these things. Because again, as our show indicates, what's key is to not separate wealth from spirituality and of course nature, which is one and the same. So my takeaway is to follow nature's lead. So basically, cool off as you transition into the winter. But the key for this season is to scrutinize your business or your finances and let go of what is no longer needed or that has served its purpose. And to make way for the next thing that may be new for your business. So that's my insight for fall cleaning for your finances.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to look at it. I mean, everything you said was right and exact. Preparation stage, analyzing stage. Um, from my point of view, I kind of view um, business and the rest of it kind of similar to um, a farmer.
Mm.
So trying to keep it natural. Everything has to, for me, it makes sense. The world kind of makes sense to me in a kind of farmer's kind of frame of mind where there must be a certain amount of time that's spent sowing and working. And so that's an optimum time of the year is when you are working the ground, um, learning, planting seeds, sowing, tilling, etc., getting out there marketing. And then if you've worked hard enough, there becomes a point in the year where you have high growth. But then we're coming into that time of the year where it slows down because things are beginning to go underground and slow down. And
Mm-hmm.
so naturally you can even see humans begin to slow down,
Mm-hmm.
and so in that farming kind of context, so when things slow down, you can't stop though. So what you do is it's the best time now is to analyze what you've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you said, you analyze what you've been doing and you prepare for where you're gonna go. Um, there's an analogy that fishermen like to use all the time. So when a fisherman's not out on the sea catching fish, what is he doing? Fixing his net. So you got to always be, kind of analyzing your net, fixing your net, seeing what's going on, and then going back at it when the time is appropriate. So, and this is that time of where we are. And if you've been in business for a while, I would caution you to take a look at your historic data and see what happens during this quarter and the last quarter of the year. What happens right now?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a time that you slow down or almost go to a stop, then next year, when you're coming out of the summer, maybe you need to ramp up with your marketing. Maybe you need to try to get back in the seed planting phase like prior to the fall. And if you go into the seed planting phase, you know, and crank up the marketing, then it might take you through the winter season reaping the benefits of clients. So take a look at, you know, kind of what's going on with your life or, you know, your business, and look at the historical data and look back and see kind of what happens around this time frame. Because it'll be a key. I guarantee you, you'll catch some things and go, so instead of me being dead in December, if I start kicking it up now, then I can get through the dead season without being super dead. You know, like guys who normally cut grass, etc. You know, what are they starting to do right now? They starting to do seed work. They starting to do aeration work. Why? Because grass in certain areas is stopping to grow. It's stopping growing. So you've got to start doing something else. I remember I had a landscaper come out to my house one time, and it was like dead winter. And he said, man, this is the best time to hire me to do work. And I was like, why? Because I wanted him to look at a project I was doing in the backyard. And he said, because none of us are working right now, so you'll get us for the cheapest at this point. And I was like, So, but you know, they could still continue to want to work, but again, we're at a downtime. So start looking at your business, start looking at your life differently, and seeing what you can do to get you through the lean season of the year. So
Beautiful, beautiful. Totally, I agree. And you know, again, I just feel like, again, like you said, looking at the season, just as soon as, you know, it starts to get cooler, like you naturally want to, you know, come indoors as opposed to being out so as much when it's warmer. So I think it's the same thing, like you said, you know, that means that symbolizes the coming inside, you know, sitting down a little bit and kind of analyzing what has taken place so far, regardless whether or not you have a business or your finances. And even if it's just say you have finances, you can save a little bit more money. That could be just going over your budget for your groceries. You know, do we really need paper towels? You know, can I save $30 a month on paper towels? Because I just, you know, I have a thing about, I've just recently, like, buying things that just go in the trash. To me, it's like, okay, this is kind of crazy. So I don't want to buy something that goes in the trash. So I tested that out and it works. Okay, wow, saved almost $40 a month right there. So even stuff like that, you know, for the fall, whether you have a business or not, it's just taking an accounting of what you've done and what needs to be let go. You know, so I think that's kind of sums it up. And again, just looking for nature to teach you, you know, kind of what to do intuitively and naturally, and follow that. But that is, you know, we come to a close to our show. Brother Damon, did you have any more announcements before we close out?
no, I would just say to people, listen, reach out to me. We're coming into that time where it's time to analyze your life and see where you're going for next year. And I've had several people reach out and say, hey, listen, I've got some goals that I want to accomplish next year, and I want to get in front of it. So, and I want to look at it from a different point of view. And sometimes we need to, as I remember a show that Chief said, sometimes you just need an outside perspective to let you know how far you are on the road to where you're going. Because sometimes you can't see yourself, you know, as good as somebody else can from the outside. So
yeah, I remember that was spiritual guide or like self-initiation. So
yep.
You know, also the spiritual guide, because you do need, you know, guidance. You know, we all need guidance. But okay, just to close out again, just to recap the announcements again, just make sure you please go to unonation.org to RSVP for the Magic of Essential Oils. Again, in November, we have the Alchemy as well coming up. And that's also where you can check out our store. OurNationAgain.org is the parent hub for all of the world of Anu, as well as the reading. Same thing, like Brother Damon was saying, if you want to know what's going on for the season. So similarly, I do spiritual consultations. So life path reading, spiritual wealth consultations. They can kind of let you know what's energies governing your seasons, some things that you kind of need to shed and let go of, what's on the horizon and stuff like that. So definitely check all those things out at OurNation.org. And until next time, we will see you all next week. Peace.
Peace.